Panthers. Happy Thursday. All right, so I hope you guys all have had the opportunity to take advantage of our new Curbside library checkout. So we posted the video for you, put information in the newsletter. You now are able to go online to our Greer School Library. We've digitalized all of our books and they are available for you to check out twice a week here at school. We will have them available for you. Curbside checkout will bring them right out to you. You'll be able to take them home, read them, and then we have our return box ready to go by our flagpole. So when you're all done reading, you can bring them back. Those books will go into quarantine for a while so they can be cleaned and ready for the next readers. I hope you guys take advantage of that, as well as our new virtual library edition that we added on for you with Miss Shannon's Bitmoji Library. So one of those library rooms that we added on this month had to do with our Indigenous library. It is Native American Heritage Month. And so last week I read a story to you about that. And today I'm going to read another story. This is one of my favorites. It's called Fry Bread. It's a Native American family story. It's written by Kevin Noble Maillard, illustrated by Juan Martinez-Neal. And it's a Caldecott Honor book. And this particular one also has the Robert F. Siebert Medal. So without further ado, we will get started. And remember how on a little jacket we can read some information, or on the back of the book. Today it's here on the jacket and it says, "Fry bread is food. It is warm and delicious, piled high on a plate. Fry bread is time. It brings families together for meals and new memories. Fry bread is nation. It is shared by many from coast to coast and beyond. Fry bread is us. It is a celebration of old and new, traditional and modern, similarity and difference. Told in lively and powerful verse by debut author Kevin Noble Maillard, Fry Bread is an evocative depiction of a modern Native American family, vibrantly illustrated by Caldecott Honor winner Juan Martinez-Neal." All right, so let's get started. And I love when I'm reading books to explore all of the different things that they add in here. So this is listed, this has all of the different tribes of this particular group of Native Americans. Fry Bread, a Native American family story. Fry bread is food. Flour, salt, water, cornmeal, baking powder, perhaps milk, maybe sugar, all mixed together in a big bowl. Fry bread is shape. Hands mold the dough, flat like a pancake, round like a ball, or puffy like Nana's softest pillow. Fry bread is sound. The skillet clangs on the stove, the fire blazes from below. Drop the dough in the skillet, the bubbles sizzle and pop. Fry bread is color. Golden brown, tan or yellow, deep like coffee, sienna or earth, light like snow and cream, warm like rays of sun. Fry bread is flavor. See beans or soup, smell tacos, cheese and vegetables, delight in honey and jam, rise to discover what brings us together. How many of you have a special food that brings your family together? Fry bread is time. On weekdays and holidays, supper or dinner, powwows and festivals, moments together with family and friends. Fry bread is art. Sculpture, landscape, portrait, our daily craft, shared from teacher to student, a cycle of heritage and fortune. Fry bread is history, the long walk, the stolen land, strangers in our own world, with unknown food. We made new recipes from what we had. Fry bread is place. Alaska, Kansas, all the way to Maine, down to Delaware, on to Georgia, over to Oklahoma, Colorado, and California. cities and lands we call home. Fry bread is nation, Abenaki, Apache, Arapaho, Ojibwe, Onondaga, Oglala Sioux, Narragansett, Navajo, Nipmuc, Seminole, Shoshone, Sac and Fox, hundreds and hundreds of tribes. All these tribes. Fry bread is everything. Round, flat, large, small, north, south, east, west, brown, yellow, black, white, familiar and foreign, old and new, we come together. Fry bread is us. We are still here, elder and young, friend and neighbor. We strengthen each other to learn, change, and survive. Fry bread is you. And then look, the author put the recipe for fry bread. This is Kevin's fry bread. 1 pint of boiling water, a cup of cornmeal, 1.5 cups of cold water, 1/2 ounce of dry or instant yeast, approximately 2 packages, 1 cup of raw sugar, 1 teaspoon of sea salt, 3.5 cups of flour, and 32 ounces of unrefined coconut oil. And I'm going to show you here. Here's the recipe. In case you want to try to make this, you can pause the video right here. Here's the recipe. Your directions are there. And in case you need to see the recipe one more time. I've never had fry bread, and I'm excited to try this out. And I'm going to read to you the author's note here. It says, the story of fry bread is the story of American Indians embracing community and culture in the face of opposition. It's commonly believed that the Navajo, Diné, were the first to make fry bread over 150 years ago. The basic ingredients may appear simple, flour, salt, water, and yeast, yet the history behind the community anchor is anything but. Despite colonial efforts throughout American history to weaken tribal governments, fracture indigenous communities, and forcibly take ancestral lands, Indian culture has proven resilient. In strange, unfamiliar lands, exiled natives strive to retain those old traditions, and they created new ones, especially for food. Survival meant adapting, and those ancestors isolated from familiar meats, fruits, and vegetables got by with what they had. Without the familiar indigenous crop of corn, historic farming practices and dietary traditions drastically changed. Many tribes trace the origin of modern Indian cooking to this governmental caused deprivation. From federal rations of powdered, canned, and other dry government-issued foods, fry bread was born. So, tell me, what are some things that you and your family do together? So, this particular group of Native American family and friends, making fry bread is something that they do together. And it talks about all of the different ways in which they do that, part of their culture, their heritage. What are some things that you do with your family? I know in my family, my grandparents came from Italy. And so we would get together at every special occasion and we would make my grandma's spaghetti sauce. And that was something that we did together from the time I was a little baby all the way up until now. I still carry on that tradition with my own children at home now. So talk to your family. What are some ways that you do things together to celebrate, just like this group does with fry bread? All right, I can't wait to see you guys again next Thursday for another book that we have. And next Wednesday's materials pickup, we've got a special surprise for you. So anytime next Wednesday, November 18th from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., stop by the school in the cafeteria. We have materials and supplies and your November treat. All right, we'll see you guys then. Take care, guys.